A very good morning to you once again, Fred Indimuli, and I am still standing right here at Bunge la Mwananchi, where conversations surrounding pressing issues in the country are ongoing. Now, I want to bring them on board so that they can tell us their opinions on the current wave of unrest that has hit secondary schools in the country. Habari yako, good morning, Chairman.
Good morning.
Karibia hapa kidogo ndio my camera person akuone. So tumeona mashule, especially high schools, zikiwa na unrest, wanachoma mabweni, wengine wazazi wanaandikiwa tu ujumbe, wanaambiwa wakujie watoto. Kulingana na maoni yako, what is causing this unrest in these secondary schools?
Okay, this unrest, there's a problem that I think the government does not want to hear what is going on. And if we go deeply, things that happen in these schools, there are problems that are facing parents, students, and the administration of schools. When these things are discussed, they don't come out openly to discuss with the parents. For instance, students are talking about issues of maybe quality services in the schools. You see that their parents pays. And when they see the quality of services that are being included in the schools, they are very of low quality. And that's when they raise them, the teachers are harsh, the administration is harsh, they don't want to listen. And let's come to these people called quality assurance officers. When they go to these schools, they do not come out and bring the actual problem on the ground. And I can say they are corrupt. Because when they go there, they get the problems, but they are compromised. They don't bring to the ministry as it is. And the top officials of the ministries, they're also sleeping on the job. They should come out, go on the ground and see what's happening in schools. So parents wamefinyika, especially kwa upande wa malipo. Wazazi wanafinyika kulipa, lakini wanafunzi wanaona ile huduma wanapewa na kulingana na malipo vile wazazi wao wanafinyika haiambatani. And to say the truth, we have got corrupt principals. They just come up one morning, they say today tunaongeza school fees hii na hii, lakini wamechora mchoro kwamba wanataka. I'll give you an example. There's a school whereby I had a principal just wakes up in the morning and say they're charging students and parents per student 3,000 shillings for branding exercise books. Branding exercise books. You have 4,000 students. You have 3,000 shillings. That's how much? Around how much? That's a lot of millions. And when parents, they talk, they're suppressed. They don't want to hear them.
So it's about breakdown in communication.
Breakdown in communication and transparency and corruption.
All right. Asante sana. Na maoni yako je baba? Habari yako, good morning. Wewe hauna mtoto? Mimi DStv. Wacha tusikie ya huyo. Habari yako, good morning. Karibia hapa tukusikie. Sasa tuliona ministry ikisema kwamba, songa hivi kidogo. Tuliona ministry ikisema kwamba mitihani hii ya mock examinations ndio inafanya watoto wanaogopa examinations, wanasema hatutaki kufanya mocks, wacha twende nyumbani. So the ministry has banned these mock examinations. Do you think this will work?
No, it will not work because there are a number of factors contributing to the unrest in schools. One of which is academic pressure. So removing mock or banning mock in a way is going to ease pressure, but you have not addressed the real issue. The real issue in schools is a lack of discipline in students. But let me ask you a question, madam. How many parents go to school to discuss with the teachers about their students in terms of discipline, in terms of areas of competence? I think we need to look at a new approach of education as a whole, as a society, because it is a number of factors. There are environmental factors, there are peer pressure, there are social pressures. So we need to reevaluate how we conduct our education system in the country.
All right, asante sana. And Indimuli, here at Bunge la Mwananchi, all professions inakuanga represented. Hapa tuko naye mwalimu. Habari yako, teacher?
Good.
Mbona watoto wanaandamana wanaenda nyumbani? Mbona wanagoma?
I think, one, the government has to be very sincere. Because when you are saying that you have banned mock exam because it's what is causing the students to create this crisis we are having, the government is wrong. After all, we have always been having exams every other time. There's no difference from the exams we normally have and the exams we normally have in mock. So they are running away from the real issue without addressing it. I want to give you 3 issues. One of the issues is pressure on the learners. And I think the government should be very committed on making sure that the issue of parents paying motivation is done away with. Because when the parents pay this money, there's a lot of pressure on learners. Having lessons very early in the morning, they normally have the ordinary lessons, they have lessons in the evening, and they have lessons at night. This is the same learner who needs time to rest. So there is a lot of pressure on the learners. Number two, when you look at the Education Act of 2013, we removed corporal punishment. But when we remove corporal punishment, what are we supposed to substitute with? For me, from where I sit, and I want to be very sincere because I'm also a teacher, and I think guiding and counseling is not working in public schools. Let us not cheat ourselves. Let us call a spade a big spoon. There is no serious guiding and counseling in public schools which would actually be helping us to tame some of these issues which we are dealing with, we're talking about as far as discipline is concerned. The other issue, we talked about 100% transition for grade 10. You know, if the government is very serious and we know the number of learners has increased in school, the infrastructure has remained the same. Some principals are having a lot of pressure, and this pressure creates very many issues that learners are raising. Sometimes principals, their hands are very tight. Capitation is delayed to send. You have a big number of learners. They need to eat. The principals are forced to feed these children without satisfying the expectations. And when these issues pile, the learners are only waiting for a trigger. Once something happens, it ignites everything. So the government must also be very serious, because when you increase the number of learners in schools, you must also improve in terms of infrastructures. That is why you go to a school like we saw in Itumishi. Some learners are sleeping along the corridor. You go to other schools, the number in a classroom where they're supposed to be 50, they are 80. I mean, how do you expect, the learners to be comfortable? Finally, the issue of mental health. That is a very key issue amongst learners. And we must understand that as a country we went through COVID, post-COVID, we are talking of a lot of anxiety among the learners, a lot of depression among the learners, the issue of social media, using the phones. Are we addressing the issue of mental health? I think it is high time we have a serious tripartite conversation, a conversation between parents and learners, or rather the government, learners, and stakeholders, so that we really get to the bottom of what is really ailing our schools. And when we come up with recommendations, the Ministry of Education must be willing to make sure that they follow to the letter.
And they are implemented.
So that those recommendations are implemented, so that we don't have a repeat of the same.
Thank you so much. There you have it, Fred Indimuli. Back to you in studio.
Thank you so much, Modoni Brenda and Asante Sana, for getting those comments. With regard to the unrest in schools, it is something that needs to be addressed. Over 70 schools have been shut down, and the main National Security Advisory Committee, NSAC, will be meeting today to try and see the kind of interventions that they may propose to the National Security Council, which is chaired by the President. One of them is to shut down or bring forward the midterm break, which is slated for later this month. With 70 schools plus already home, why not send everyone home? That's the main suggestion, even on the front page of the Daily Nation. Education officials have vowed schools will not close early for midterm break. Do you agree with that? Anyway, for my panelists, let's start with you, Patrick. Your final comments on this issue.